What's going on, guys? It's Monday. We got 5 weeks of training left plus one deload week, so it's 6 weeks until I attempt to break the Connecticut USPA 220-pound open class bench press record. You see behind me, we got the Swiss bar on here. What's the purpose of that? Listen, it's too close to the meet, too close to the competition for me to be doing different supplemental lifts. I want to stick to the main lifts, to what I'm going to be doing in competition. No different variations of deadlifts and squats and bench press. I want to stick to the main lifts. But if you guys follow my channel, you know I get elbow pain. Last year I was getting it really bad and starting to flare up now. It started flaring up again last week. So Friday I benched, then I had Saturday and Sunday off. Now I want to get an extra day off of regular benching. The Swiss bar doesn't aggravate my elbow at all. What happens is it comes from the low bar squat and it comes from a lack of mobility in the shoulder. So when I'm trying to get in nice and tight while I'm squatting, what happens is, to make up for the lack of mobility in my shoulder, I got to compensate for it with my elbow. So I'm torquing back my elbow and it ends up flaring up my tendon. And then that happened. Then when I go to bench press, it really aggravates it. And it gets to the point where I can't even bench press or squat. So I'm changing the way I grip the bar when I squat. Instead of getting in really close with my hands completely over the bar and then having to torque back my elbow, what I'm doing is I'm only putting 3 fingers around the bar, and that's a tip I got from Ben Pollock. If you don't already follow him, I suggest you definitely follow his channel. 3 fingers around the bar, that makes up for some of my lack of mobility. And then what I'm doing is I'm getting some extension in my wrist. Instead of having to get that with the elbow, instead of torquing back the elbow, I'm getting some extension with the wrist. And you'll see that in my upcoming videos when I start recording the squats. So anyways, what's going on today? So like I said, I'm going to use the Swiss bar. I'm adjusting my grip on the on squats, and I'm going to use the Swiss bar today. I already got 2 sets in. I'm just going light. 2 plates on there. I did 2 sets of 8. I'm going to do 2 more sets of 8. Getting some volume in, and then I'll be back to the straight bar on Wednesday. What did I do today? I started off with deadlifts. If you see the deadlift video last week, I was working with 420 pounds for a set of 4, then a set of 5. On Friday, I didn't record it, but I did 5 sets of triples with the same weight, 420 pounds. Today, I worked up to 435 pounds. I was doing triples all the way up. I stopped at like 400, 410, 420, 430, and 435, doing triples all the way through. I just wanted to get a feel for that weight. It's a little heavier. I didn't want to do a bunch of volume with that weight, but I'll be right back on Wednesday to deadlift again. And then after that, I was doing some pause squats. I didn't go heavy. I was doing sets of 5s. I went up to like 305, and then my back, because this is after I deadlifted, so my back was getting really tight doing these pause squats. I just went up to 305, and I just did a set of 3 with 305, and that was it. I'll be back to squatting again on Wednesday. But anyways, just wanted to update you guys about what's going on. Enough talking. Let's finish these last 2 sets. Now, I told you guys the importance of the wrist wraps. The wrist wraps are even more important with the Swiss bar. If you ever use the Swiss bar, it really starts to wobble in your wrists. We're going to crank these things really tight. It's lightweight. I definitely got a good long break talking to you guys. We're going to work around the injury. This way, I got the 2 days of the weekend off. Still resting the elbow on Monday by using the Swiss bar. So that's 3 days, and then Tuesday's another day off. So we're talking about 4 straight days off with taxing the elbow, and I'll be back to the straight bar on Wednesday. All right, let's go. Lightweight. Just building up some volume. One more set left. Last set, let's go.